Okay, here we are on Zwift in the Llama Lab, just about to do our first ride through, or my first ride through, of the Fuego Flats course extension on Watopia, also known as the desert or the time trial extension, with a few landscapes we want to check out. I've done a preview video a few minutes ago. Now is what I promised, is the ride through, my first ride through here on the trainer in the Llama Lab. But as I get clipped in, I'm going to play you the Zwift promo video they've just released themselves, so you know what's coming up. Here we go with that. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing all of that and more as we roll out. Now I've started right at the original start point here on Watopia, so I can take everyone through how to get out to the route and how to find it, because every time a new route comes out, sometimes it's hard to find. So we are going to get out there and do that. Typically, I'd be on a time trial bike for this, riding solo, given it's so flat, but I've kind of met everyone halfway today. I'm on the Buffalo bike with the time trial wheels. So given I'm just cruising today and having a look at what's new, I thought I'll meet you halfway with aero versus just cruising. So rollout begins. Okay, first turn coming up, and it's a left onto Ocean Boulevard. That's where the new extension starts in just a few moments. And here we are coming down the hill. We turn left before we head into the original tunnel, the undersea tunnel. That takes us to the start, so Desert Flats. I'm keen to see what this is all about. We have the mini map up in the top corner there, so we kind of know what's going on. Okay, over the bridge. Not too deserty yet. 2%, I felt that kick in. So, slight uphill here. You can see the ride profile on the mini-map, on the bottom of the mini-map there, ever so slightly up. That's kicked in a little bit. Nothing special to report just yet. 1.8 kilometers into the ride. You can see another bridge around the corner. I'll flip some camera angles to give us some perspective. There's the statues there in the distance behind me. As we head towards what looks to be a connection island, and then over to the desert. Let's have a look from up high. There we go, another bridge. It's very quiet. The course is now live. It has been released, I believe, across all platforms. But I think it's the middle of the night everywhere else in the world. Currently 2:40 in the afternoon here in Australia. Very quiet out here on Watopia on the new course. So I expect this to be very, very busy later on today. Okay, down to 1% gradient. Not much going on. Oh, another rider. Right on. Now we start to see what's new. You can see the bridge there in the distance in a few of the promo shots. Now the map here has a right turn, but it is blocked off. Let's have a look at that. So So if we pull back there, that turn there is blocked. I guess that would be expansion number 2. Okay, joined here by Mr. Bath Salts as we head both into the desert. Hopefully Bath Salts has got a few drinks on board. Okay, into the desert. We've seen this shot in the promo with the overhead bridge. Got a bit of a gradient on this. I can still feel that 1%. Ah, there's the starting pens. So the events will start from over there. You can see in front of me now. I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of time trial events on this course. Given there's the turnarounds, there's the start pens just there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those I think that was. Let's have a quick scan around for that. Pull up and pull out a little bit. There we go, there's the start pens for the new course there. Okay, back to the bridge. Well, under the bridge as Bath Salts gives me a nice tow on the Tron bike. Okay, up above me you can see the blue dots, there are the riders. Not a lot of them at the moment. Bath Salts appears as an orange dot. I've friended him within the app. That's also why he has a small little different icon next to his name. Okay. Look, I thought this was dead flat, but I'm not feeling the flatness. 2% still pushes back a bit. Okay, my heart rate's going through the roof. I've got the fans down low here in the Llama Lab so you can hear my audio a little better. All right. I guess it kind of replicates what I'm seeing here. It's nice and hot. But I have a towel. Okay, 4 kilometers in from the very start. Some ruins coming up. Oh, runner up. Bath Salts saying hi. G'day Bath Salts. I'll send him a note saying he's on this this ride through with me for the first time here. Okay, now that's one of the turnaround points. There was no steering available for the loop. It's an out and back turn point there. So you can see I hung a right-hand turn. Okay, so they're not, you can't just do loops, it appears. Not there anyway. So that'll be an out and back from the other end. Okay, coming into some ruins now, 4.7 k's into the ride. Now the other start points for these courses will be a little closer. I chose to start back in town so we could navigate our way out. Okay, we've got some ruins now. There's a Fuego Flats 500 meter sprint. It's a long way for a sprint. Coming up, you can see that there on the screen. And here's the start line now next to the ruins. Okay. There we go. Someone's had a crack. No, Bath Salt's given up. Okay, let's have a look around. What else is happening here? There's some ruins. Now this is dead flat. You can see that there's 0%. Some cyclist statues at the top there. Okay, where does this head? We're going under some rocks coming up. Okay, we have a rider with both Longhorn jersey. I think that's a Longhorn jersey. Someone let me know in the comments if that's some kind of bull or animal. You can see there, there's the list, 51st, just tapping along. You get rid of that power up off the screen. Okay, the mini map is showing us we're right into the desert now, and we have some heat haze happening. All my little avatars getting a little bit weary. Heat haze coming off the rocks, and it is getting warm here in the Llama Lab with that many fans on. Okay, a few more riders out this way. A few more dots on the screen coming up. 0% gradient, dead flat through here. Throws in an attack on bath salts. Responds straight away. There's nowhere to hide. Not out here. Now there's a sign of, UFO sign, if you just saw that. If you see any UFOs on Zwift, let me know on this course. As bath salts closes the gap. Another sign coming up, pointing upwards. That's all we have to choose from. Okay, long straight section here. I think this is going to be good for group rides. The terrain isn't all that challenging, but group rides will stick together through here. We see London Flat do really, really well. Watopia Flat or Volcano Flat. It's one of the most popular routes on Zwift. So I think Zwift have looked at this and gone, probably need more flats, and it makes sense for erg mode. You really don't want to be doing erg mode efforts going down a hill, pushing against a ton of resistance. It just doesn't feel right. So even though you might not be too wowed about the terrain and lack of game experience or game engagement here, I think there's a reason for adding more flats. For me, the Llama Lab test, probably better performed on here, where it's nice and smooth. S. Smith, I'm guessing Sean Smith, good afternoon. Cacti. Harry, God of Speed, mate, how you doing? Thanks for the ride on. Okay, coming up to what I called Westworld. Wild West, okay. I better say g'day to everyone here. G'day guys. Now let's have a look at a few of the buildings here. We need some guns, we need some Red Dead Redemption style weapons. This reminds me, we visited the scene or the set of Westworld there in California a couple of months back before it burnt down. Looks the same as this. Looks pretty cool. It's a bit empty. We need some town folk, we need some sheriffs out there telling us to slow down. Okay, there we go, that's town. Trading post. We see some wind whipping up some sand there on the left. In Australia they're willy willies, I'm not sure what they are elsewhere. Okay, back into it, and we see some water coming up. Desert oasis, I'm guessing. We saw a little bit of that hinted in the promo shots. Okay, we'll crack on and get over there. Matt Brown, cheers mate. I've just published my video a few minutes ago. So this is the ride through video I'm doing now. So I appreciate people who have watched that and commented and liked. A bit of a scramble to get that out as soon as it dropped. But happy to spread the news. Get people riding bikes. Enjoying new things. Okay. Okay, now this is cool. Here we go. This is the desert oasis. Probably not the best camera to select there. There we go. We have some waterfalls. Kind of in a big open cave here. Okay, cool. Slight jungle feel to it with all that green foliage after riding through the desert for so long. Okay, it's switching between 1% and 0%, negative 1% there, so it's rolling terrain just a little. Not dead flat. Enough to make you change gears. Okay, we're getting a bit of a peloton. Oh, hang on, we have dinosaurs. We have dinosaurs. Not live ones though. We have some dead dinos, which died in a really good spot there for us to see. A few more riders being spaced out here. The blue dot's just above. And another dino. The bones in front of us there. I'm sure there's going to be Strava segments named after those dead dinosaurs pretty quickly. Okay, coming back out of the tunnels. This is going to be super fast for group rides, it really will be. Just enough ups and downs to change through 1 or 2 gears. It should keep everyone together. It should add a few more options for bigger, longer routes, just to spread people out across the course. We've all seen New York on a busy day. This is the opposite. Okay, coming back out into the desert here, another straight long section. You can see pretty far up the road there. So there's a rider 16 seconds up the road. You just see them there. Your great T, I think they've nailed it with the TT course on this. You can really lock in and set your eyes up the road. You're not too concerned about different terrain getting in the way. You can keep those time gaps in check. Cool. Okay, we're about 10 k's in, right there. Not much going on here, so it's do a flyby camera view. No, we have 4 of us on the train. I just need some steering so I can swing off the front. We'll put bath salts on the front. Oh, he's dropped his watts per kilo. Okay, so things are spread out along this course. It's not all globbed at one end or the other or the middle. Okay, now we're into the flowers. S-Chen, no slacking, he's taking photos. All right. There's a cheese from me. A big tornado over there to the left. More heat haze. I'm feeling it here without the fans on. Okay, more buildings. So we can see the epic KOM over there to the left. And we can see what appears to be the administration building for Westworld, where they overlook the park, as all us AI bots ride around. There's the tower for the epic KOM, you can just see it in the distance there. Okay, it gives us some perspective about how big this world now is. There's the radio tower, just in the distance. And there's our dinosaur. It's only a prop, unfortunately, it's not going to walk. Dinosaur up. See if we can get a better camera angle of our dino friend. I'm not sure he has a name yet. I'm sure Dino will have a name soon in the Zwift community. G'day, mate. More dinosaurs, and we have one. There he is, or her. If anybody has a name for the dinosaur, let us know below. Okay, through town there. Oh, that was just a service station or a fuel stop. Town is, oh, here we go, around here. Next we'll be coming up to our second turn point. We're going to go straight through to the other end to show you where it pops out though. Okay, Saddle Springs. This will be very Nile, what is it, 50s, 60s kind of feel to it. I'm sure they've drawn in a few things around the place. I'll have to dig in further with a few historians. It looked like the Pike in Long Beach back there, where Zwift is based. Somebody mentioned in my other video that this thing around the corner looks like LAX, the big dome at LAX airport, which was a restaurant, I think they said. Right there in the screen there. That looks very LAX. Off to the side. Okay, through town here with the Peloton. It's kind of good, we've got a little group going here. Bus stop. They must have done some nuclear testing here because there's no one around. Something on top of that sign, I didn't see what it was. -1%, so again, just up and down, just slightly. Service station. Past the LAX tower thing. Okay, now in the mini map above you can see the roundabout or the turn point for the out and back course. And ahead of us you can see the epic KOM and the bridge out there. We're going to ride out to that turnaround, to the full new road. No option to turn. Oh, we have desert turnaround or epic comp. Right there, very late turn. Oh, it's for the next turn. Okay, it's a little confusing. So our turn point is there if we wish. And that'll take us back around and back in. We'll go to the end of this. You can see the bridge there leading to the side of the epic KOM. Have a look behind us. Oh, cool. Okay, now we're climbing out of here. 3%, yep, felt that kick in. That'll be the back of the sign we saw in the other video. So if we switch to this view, and this one, it should be Saddle Springs town sign. There we go. And that is a climb out of here, for sure. For sure, 3%. Well, it feels like a climb after that 1%, -1, 0. Okay, now, heading off to the place where it connects to the existing roads that we know. Oh, Barsalds goes for a flyer. And again, on the mini map above, I'm just trying to scope out what's what. The road appears to be there on the mini map off to the right, but it was blocked at the other end. I'm going to take a punt, it's blocked at this end too. We shall soon find out. Into some big trees. Now the turn will be over here to the right. Ah, blocked off. Let's see if we can have a bit of a look up the road. There. Okay. Well, it looks like it's there. Maybe next week? We shall see. That'll be a cool little loop. That'll be an extra loop if they add that. Maybe some hills, less desert. Okay, into some, not quite switchbacks. -3%. Okay, we'll go out to the end and ride back on this section. This looks pretty cool. I like this. Nice little mix up to the trails. Taking a bunch through here would be pretty gnarly. That would be good to see. Okay, we've still got a little bit to go. Aha, another bridge. Right, you can just see in the foreground there all the way out the tunnel that takes us to the epic KOM. So another transit bridge. That's a good shot. There we go. And the epic KOM should be up there. There we go. Now, what are our options? Okay, so this is bringing us back. I'm going to turn around and do a U-turn and go halfway back up. Right, so we can go back to the circle there or the epic KOM. So that's that. That's a full ride through start to finish of the new roads. We'll spin around and do that little woods section back into town. If I can turn it just the right time to do me a U-turn there. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, my initial impressions of that so far, not dead flat, it wasn't zero the whole way along. There was some changes, enough to make you think about which gear you need to select, which is great for a time trial bike. You don't just want to be in, erg mode, you're locked into erg mode, but erg mode does change. You don't want sim mode that is just dead flat. So, it's not as boring as I thought. Quote, GPLama. They won't use that on the promo. 2% here. We've got bar salts coming up behind me again. Yeah, I don't mind. I think it's a good addition for the reasons why I mentioned. It's going to be good for bunch rides, group rides, keeping things together, maybe group workouts, so it'll keep things really tight. This looks cool. And I do like at the moment that it is pretty quiet out here. By pretty quiet, I had 4 or 5 friends join me, but it's not New York busy. But the proof will be in the pudding when events start getting scheduled on this map. Tour de Zwift, I believe, has something coming up on this new map. There's no question about they'll be holding time trial events. There's new start ramps or start pens. There's turn points. The route is called TikTok. Out and back again, or if you're really game, the Uber Pretzel. And all the promo for this was on TT bikes. As I said, I met you halfway. Cruiser bike with the TT wheel set. This has got a bit of punch to it. This is good. Just through here. I'd love, you can see the mini map above, that extra road there. Soon, I hope, soon. Zoom, I think is the word, TM. Into these switchbacks. well, elbow. The sun is setting. Hopefully we go through town while the sun is set. Those neon lights would look cool. Oh, punch. Okay, if anyone's wondering about smart trainers versus non-smart trainer, this is why we have smart trainers. It makes you ride harder when it kicks in, like just now. 3%, I'm pushing back. There's no just cruise. Oh, and it's hot. It is hot. There we go. Whew. Okay, there's our blocked route. You little tease. Might have a tail steered towards it. Get going. We'll come back into town, hopefully on sunset. We'll stop and get a virtual burger. .7 kilometers, starting from town. Recovery day loop. There we go, back into town. It's one thing that wasn't possible with Jarvis Island way back. Also Watopia Hilly, when that was the only course. There was no recovery days. Oh, hello. Level 34. Monochrome kit. Well, not quite the neon I was after. Here we go, Saddle Springs. Al Crowley. All right, let's do a quick, easy roll through town. Let's go back to our dinosaur friend. And we'll see if we can get a camera angle to sit on our dinosaur friend's head. Lots of first timers out here. Nearly everyone you're seeing on screen now, this would be their first ride, given this only dropped less than a few hours ago. Now, this is through town. This is the turnaround point. Is it going to take me through town there? Okay, it didn't. We haven't done that loop yet. Let's try to beat the system. Desert turnaround, here we go. The part we didn't do. Bath salts straight onto it, look at that. That's an experienced Zwifter. Even though bath salts is new, he's an experienced Zwifter. Okay. Nice architecture, nobody's home. The lights are on, but nobody's home. Could say that about a few people, couldn't we? There's bath salts, he's got a direct connection to the llama lab. Oh, there's a shadow there. There's a creeper. Okay. There's a creeper in the window. Someone's home. All right, under the LAX tower. We'll go find Dino the dinosaur. Desert Flats or Epic Com. Yeah, the turns are a little bit weird. I'll take a couple of laps of this to get used to where those turns are. Because they're, yeah, just the loop arounds. Okay, we have the directors of Westworld up there looking on. Back into the Neo town. This is cool. Can I get a good shot of this at night? We can. Awesome. Bath salts and I out in the town. Nobody at the burger joint. Now here's another sprint point. What is this? Fuego Flats reverse. Okay. Not quite sure on the timing point of this. There's another road that is blocked off. Okay. Reno outskirts, someone's claiming. Bath salts is. What are we on? 1%? Yeah, so it's. I haven't noticed it a lot, but I haven't seen it on 0. It's always 1 or -1. Shoot the pedals up, sign up. Bad drone pilot. Where's our dinosaur? He's out the road a little bit. Okay. We'll have to do a group ride through of this. We'll do a live stream soon. Alright, as I hoped for, through town at night with all the neon signs, not very many people around. Oh, my XP is ticking up quickly. I'm still on the accelerated path. If anybody is wondering about my XP points ticking up very quick. Alright, dinosaur. You should be around the corner. Lots of jerseys there on screen. We have male and female, forward and reverse. And our dinosaur. Now, I should be high enough to ride the dinosaur with the camera. We'll find out. Okay, maybe I stop about here. I'm inside the dinosaur, kind of. Doesn't allow me to. If I swing around, we'll see a good picture of our friend, the dinosaur. It's not too big to give him a shot. Where are we? We'll grab a few different camera angles here. That one and that one. 0 is the camera angle that I'm using here. There we go. Pulling back on that. There we go. We have dinosaurs on Zwift. Alright, with that, we'll leave it there. That's all of the course and then some coming back. My overall take, that's not too bad. As I said before, not as bad as what I thought, not as boring as what I thought, because it does undulate just a little bit, enough to change gears and make you think. And at the end there, through those trees with that 3% and negative 3%, that's pretty cool. I'm keen to see them open up that other route that we saw each end with the blockades there, but stay tuned for that, I guess. Alrighty, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please hit like below or hit subscribe to the channel. It helps things keep ticking along here, and more content coming your way. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.